One of the key differences, just to understand an algorithm between Amazon and Walmart, people like to hear this, is on Amazon, the main driver of rank is sales volume, just the bottom line, who's selling the most units. On Walmart, it's actually conversion rate.
If you're finding value in what you're watching, consider hitting the subscribe button and turning on the bell notification. Oh, and don't forget to drop a comment. I love hearing your thoughts and ideas. By the way, we have got a ton of other videos waiting for you. And if you are ready to level up your mindset, come hang out with us in our private Facebook group called Mindset for Business Success. Welcome to Super Entrepreneurs Podcast. I'm your host, Shahid Durrani. Today we have with us David Milstein. David is the co-founder of SellCord, the largest agency helping brands succeed on Walmart, and he's only in his mid-20s. He's managed over 50,000 products across 300 brands, help companies break revenue records, and cut shipping costs by 40%. So I'm very much excited to welcome David. Hi, David.
Thank you, Shahid. Really appreciate the great intro over there.
No worries, my friend. This is awesome. It's just beginning and you have experienced so much already. So it's really great. You're actually impacting other people's lives with your skills. Have you ever hit rock bottom, or were you ever at your time in your journey, even though it's just in the beginning stages, where you felt you faced some hardship or something that you could share even personally or professionally? And if you could share how you got out of it and any lessons you learned.
Sure. I like to say I'm very thankful. It's been pretty smooth sailing, honestly. It hasn't been
That's awesome,
really
man.
terrible. I would say like the one thing perhaps is, if I could say a time where I wasn't feeling my best in life, times when I didn't really appreciate it all, was when I was at like a previous job. I was like, before getting into this business, before starting off my own gig here, there was definitely like that feeling of just, I knew I have potential, but I'm not able to exercise it. I feel like I'm just like stuck in a bit of that rut. Like, wait, I know I could do something. I don't know how to express that. I'm like just going in, checking in, doing my 9 to 5. Like, it's boring, doing my thing. It's not really getting somewhere. And then having made that leap, like I was like, okay, I'm going to quit. I'm going to start doing something else. Like that was definitely a big motivator.
Yes.
Even though for a good year or two, like I wasn't making anything. I was just living off of what I made in the past, taking some debt even, and just like going into life. Okay, look here, we're going for it. And then thankfully it's been panning out quite well. But I think always up here was it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever felt like that, like really low. So thankful for that.
That's good. That's good, David, because many of us go through that realization, that committed decision we just make any part of our journey when we realize that, wait a minute, this is not me. It happened to me in my 9 to 5 as well, right? I just decided this is not me. And I was seeing people celebrate their retirement and working their 30 years. And I was like, oh my God, like it was just something would happen to me, right? I was saying, this can't be it. And I felt, like you said, there was this potential, this burning potential within that needed to come out, just didn't have that direction. And you found your direction and you're blessing your own life and others. So I'm grateful to hear that story.
Yes, I'm very, it's been great. It's been great. I really I haven't, obviously there are still days where you come in and you're like, okay, today's a lot of pressure, a lot of things. And as long as like things are trending in the right direction as a whole, that helps motivate for sure.
For sure. That's awesome.
Substantial difference.
That's awesome. Congratulations, David. A lot of people, when they think about e-com, they think of Amazon or even TikTok now. What makes Walmart such an exciting opportunity for sellers in your point of view?
Sure. This is very common. We do a lot of, as a co-founder, you're involved in all processes, even though I stick to operations. Sales is a big component of what I do as well. And I hear this question all day. Why am I getting into Walmart? Oh, TikTok's huge right now. I should be getting into TikTok.
Yeah. Why are you promoting Walmart? I want to go to TikTok. So
exactly. So I'll say this: Amazon for sure they're the ones that they're the number one dog right now. Like your product should be on Amazon, and you should be working on that. That's going to be the main business for a lot of people. And typically, like I would say, a strong 90% of our clients plus are on Amazon, and they're trying to replicate their success on Walmart. We do have some outliers who are like really big in-store brands with Walmart, and they're like barely doing any Amazon, but that's like a very different strategy. So the reason why we push for Walmart is because of the opportunity and potential that it does have for the future. Walmart's really been growing at an unparalleled pace, and just their year-over-year growth has been so strong that we could just see a future. We could see a potential. Amazon, although the money is there today, it is definitely very saturated. There's a lot of competitors. It's very expensive to break into that market with new products. And it's also, there's a little bit more of a nicheness, and premium products tend to thrive on Amazon versus on Walmart. It's a different product base, typically like more of their value products will succeed over there. So if you do have a bit of a better pricing on your products, you may succeed over there. And TikTok is, look, if you're going to make money on TikTok, please experience it, have fun with it. If this week, of all weeks, this is the week I would say TikTok shows something that they're down for a day, but whatever. I'd say even if they are sustainable long term, it's not a marketplace. TikTok is, it's a social media app that happens to also offer the marketplace and integrate those two together, which I think is really cool. It's a lot of cool concepts, but I don't think it's going to have the capability to facilitate as much success as an established marketplace such as Walmart. Walmart has so much infrastructure already in place in order to facilitate a strong e-commerce platform, aside from just like their fulfillment network that they've had for so long. And they're no fiend to retail. They're the number one retailer for the past 20 plus years. They know how to make sales. They're not, oh, we're just going to see what happens over here. Like they understand that Amazon is catching up to them when it comes to total revenue, and they need to dominate. They need to continue to push there. So they're going super aggressively in their marketplace side of their business, and they're doing a lot. So I believe it has the most opportunity, even if it's as of today, TikTok might be the hottest because you could make a really quick buck. I think in the long-term potential, I think Walmart's where the gold lies.
Do you feel that Walmart is catering to new products or new businesses that are coming onto the platform when it comes to their algorithm to promote new people, to show their brands or show their products to more people? Do you know anything about their algorithm comparably to Amazon for new products?
Interesting, this new idea. I don't think Walmart necessarily treats a new product much different than another product that exists on other marketplaces. The one difference I would say that's going to be very key is Walmart marketplace has a lot of levers, particularly around pricing. And if you're going to use the same products on Amazon as on Walmart, you do have to maintain price parity in order that Amazon doesn't shut you down and that Walmart doesn't shut you down. So having a new Walmart exclusive product, you are able to play the game a lot more. And we see a lot of success from this. Even if you have a very extensive Amazon catalog, but you're able to bring in a slightly variated product for Walmart, different UPC, a little bit of a different, they can even add in some little silly accessories to the product to make it a little bit different. If you're selling supplements, change the count slightly. And yes, there's production costs that are impacted over here, but keep it small, keep it just a few items and play the game. Get your product in, make sure you adhere to all the common typical things that you should do to succeed on Walmart, and then go ahead and have fun with your pricing. Make sure you're enrolling constantly in promotions, and you'll see success like that. Yeah.
So the key, what I'm hearing, is to have some sort of exclusivity or some sort of uniqueness when you're coming into Walmart.
Walmart loves that. Walmart loves when you're coming to them with, I'll tell you what Walmart likes. Point. Yeah. Walmart likes when you show them that you care about them and that like you're willing to invest in them. If you're just an Amazon, and this is what they hate, the opposite of what they'll want is if you're an Amazon seller, you're like, I'm just going to come here and replicate my success. You just copy and paste your whole catalog over from Amazon to Walmart. You don't change anything. It's the same title, same description, same everything, images, whatever. That's good. But like you keep everything the same and you just push as if it's something right. Like Walmart specifically has in their style guides that they want their copy to be unique. They don't want it to mirror any other platform. Even if the formatting works out, they don't want it to mirror it because they want you to invest and put time into their platform. That's what they're asking. Just give us your time. Give us a little bit of your time just so you could
I got it.
work on it. So you have the buy-in.
Some sort of customization to show that you are enthusiastic. And it shows in their product line, it shows in store as well what they do.
Exactly. And that's definitely a whole
So,
conversation. We'll start the component.
So David, you scaled brands. That's what you do. I love the fact that you're in your 20s, man. You're going places. This is awesome. When you're scaling brands, is there anything you could share with us? You shared some information about making it on Walmart, but is there any other strategy or any type of information that you could share with us regarding scaling brands on this platform? Or if you have any kind of knowledge that you have learned being exclusively focused on Walmart that someone should know about?
For sure. So I like to always say we're speaking about this in the sense of showing Walmart you're buying, but even for yourself, it's like if you don't give Walmart a chance, if you just come to Walmart and you just expect it to just do your X% of Amazon because you're just diving right into it, but you're not actually giving it the opportunity from
Being
your
creative.
perspective. Yeah, like the same way that you spend time on Amazon, making sure that every last attribute's filled out properly and that everything is just perfectly, all your ducks are in a row, and then you just go ahead and just assume that Walmart's just going to do the same thing based on what you do on Amazon. That's foolish. You're purely not thinking and considering like I need to make sure I'm tweaking things in over here, that I'm making sure that because the attributes are different. It's a different algorithm. You have to understand it's a different platform. It's not Amazon 2.0. It's a whole other algorithm.
Yeah.
It's entirely different. So you have to the same way you spend your time figuring out Amazon, how to rank, what products succeed, doing your research. And there's just I'll give a very basic idea of what you want to do on Walmart, like a very quick idea. When you want to list your products on Walmart, go ahead and create new content for it, making sure that your items are categorized correctly, fill in your attributes properly for it, make sure to send an inventory to WFS, which is their version of FBA, and throw some dollars into advertising. It can really be as simple as that, just a very quick method. Things may take time, but this is really, you don't have to put your whole assortment on Walmart to start. Pick up a few listings. These are my top sellers on Amazon, put them onto Walmart. Spend a few hours making sure that they're optimized properly. Put some inventory in. Spend some advertising dollars. Advertising is honestly quite similar. There are some key differences, but if you know a good Amazon plan, a Walmart, it shouldn't be too different. And you'll see success just like that. But if you just don't actually put anything into it, you're not going to see anything promised. That's a general idea. Yeah.
Is there anything that you could share when it comes to scaling on Walmart that may surprise people?
Yeah, I would say, and this is something that I'll say a little bit about the levers on Walmart, is on Amazon, it's very ads driven. On Walmart, promos are so massive. It's really key to be able to lean into promotions heavily. It's a very, we could see from brands that have truly dove into Walmart have come from really leveraging promotions heavily. And especially during key times, especially during but even throughout the year, Walmart has specific promos for different categories and whatnot. And they have things to mirror Prime Day, that Walmart Plus week, or the whole June or July of last year was very strong. If you lean in and you really go all in on the promos, your items rank will just shoot up because you're really dominating from a conversion rate. So one of the key differences, just to understand an algorithm between Amazon and Walmart, people like to hear this, is on Amazon, the main driver of rank is sales volume, just the bottom line, who's selling the most units. On Walmart, it's actually conversion rate that's above that. Obviously, sales volume plays a role, but conversion rate plays a very key component there. So a product, let's say even especially a new launch, you want to make sure you're converting immediately off the bat. And the best way to really hit a strong conversion rate is having that great price. If you could even just show that you're on a strike through, your product was $15, now it's at $11. You're just showing that, and you're just able to move a lot of volume because you have that strong conversion rate. Even if you're just getting clicks, that is a conversion rate as well, from impression to click, from click to add to cart. These are all impacted within your rank. So if you could just show a nice listing, showing a listing that has a good pricing opportunity, it will really help with driving your initial rank. So that's just a little bit understanding a little bit about the algorithm, which
Hmm.
having that perspective will give you some insight into how you want to launch or how you want to
Hmm.
generally move products on the platform.
Is there any kind of information that a seller, that people that come in to see you, they have this assumption about Walmart, but it really isn't true, like a misunderstanding about Walmart e-com platform?
Sure. The most common thing I hear is that Walmart doesn't work. That I've been on Walmart
Oh,
for
really?
years. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I've been on the platform. I can't make any sales. Nothing's really working for me. And then I start to prod and I ask, hey, did you do this? Oh, no, I didn't. Like, it's just the same things over and over. I won't deny there may be a few brands that will have a difficult time on Walmart. Generally speaking, if you're a more premium brand, like if you're more high end, you're more expensive, like it's going to be very hard, or not, just say harder rather, to scale on. Walmart really favors a more value product, and those are the ones that really dominate when it comes to, like,
Mm.
having a strong retail really helps. But if
Hmm.
you do invest properly, we've worked with premium brands that have gotten success. It's just going to cost you a little bit more upfront, but once you
Hmm.
get over that hurdle and you achieve strong rank, you could actually succeed in the long run. It's just going to cost a little bit
Hmm.
more off the bat.
Yeah,
I think.
it's very similar to the students that we work with, our mindset transformations. The ones that, if they come back, say, I'm not seeing anything, nothing's happening. Same thing that you're saying about probing. And when you start asking specific questions about different areas of the work that they needed to do to achieve the transformation, they haven't done the work.
That really makes sense. I totally
Mhm.
hear that. People, look, I get it. You want to be able to do the least amount of work and get the most success from things. I look, I'm a big believer in that. If you could solve that, more power to you. But
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta put in the grunt work, and that's what's going to get
Mhm.
you there.
So for David, do you help people launch new products as well?
Sure, we do the full slate. Generally speaking,
Okay.
we typically work with brands who already have proven success on other platforms. It's a little difficult to take a new brand as a whole to Walmart. There's definitely, like, it's possible, but it does just take more effort from us and from the seller, really having to promote things and really going aggressively. And they have to really
Mhm.
know, if e-commerce and you've already sold your brand, you want a new brand, that's a different story. But, like, if you're new to e-commerce as a whole, I would say there's other venues to start first. If you're brand new to e-commerce, I would start with Amazon, try that out, and then
Okay.
you could go to Walmart
So
for sure. But
so
it's not
so a new
good.
product, a new idea, a new concept. On Amazon, what entrepreneurs will do is they see a product and they make tweaks to it, like top performing products. They make tweaks to it, and that all the time on Amazon. And to piggyback on the success, would you say that they should stick with Amazon initially before looking at Walmart? And what would be the main reason for that?
Sure. So the main
Yeah.
reason, I believe in this evolution of a marketplace where you first
Okay.
start with you have a lot of resellers of very large brands. You have your Dove soap, you have your Kleenex tissues. Those are all being resold on Amazon, on Walmart, the big business around there. Then it goes to more of this private label where you start to have some of these more generic products of those cheaper tissue, a cheaper soap, all those things. And then you get into more of the premium products, which is like, oh, this soap is clean and all this other nonsense about it. And it's a super premium product. And that's where Amazon is. Walmart's still, I feel,
Mm,
in that middle phase where you
okay.
have these so once you start to think of this like more premium, like cool product that you came up with and tweaked, can you find success on Walmart? Potentially. I'm not saying to throw it out, but
Hmm.
something just to consider is the volume may not be there necessarily. It
Hmm.
just it's still newer, and, like, you have
Yeah.
to first, like, I like to say, here's another thing. Like, people go to we have brands, a lot of brands that sell on Amazon, and their most generic products don't succeed on Amazon because of how competitive it is. And they come to us at Walmart, and all of a sudden those products are thriving much more than their best sellers in Amazon, because their best sellers in Amazon are a little bit more niche. But the generic products
Hmm.
on Walmart, there's so much opportunity for generic products. It's obviously getting more competitive with time, and we've seen the evolution ourselves, but there's definitely still a lot of opportunity. You could still get the number one can opener on Walmart, which is crazy. Like, you could
Mm,
dominate for that. Versus on Amazon, it's like there's no way. It's too competitive.
hmm.
So
Mm.
just an
Okay.
interesting.
Makes sense, David. So I want to ask you about mindset. So how important mindset is for you? Do you do any work, internal work?
Man, I wish honestly I did more. It's definitely I don't do anything specifically. Like I'm a religious guy, so I think like from that perspective, I
Mhm.
pray and whatnot. But
Mhm.
from like things to
So you have
maintain
the
my yeah,
faith of
exactly.
achieving.
Exactly. But
Mhm.
personally, to like really contemplate and consider, I should definitely be doing more for
Yeah,
that. There are down
of
days. There are
course.
definitely days I
Mhm.
get in, I'm just like, this
Yeah,
sucks, you know?
mental toughness and having a strong hold on the internal world, you start seeing it mimic on the exterior, especially when it comes to opportunities and growth and going into a higher success ranges in your journey. I feel that the internal world is super important for the body to move in that direction, because the body moves as the mind creates the vision. And what happens is a lot of people are, the body's moving, the mind is somewhere else, right? So when we bring that alignment into the conscious mind, subconscious mind, we bring that alignment, we see a human being become a lot more effective in what they do. I feel that is a very powerful aspect of entrepreneurship that many people, like you said, they want to, they just don't know the direction yet. And that's what one of the main purposes of the show is, to bring that awareness, because it just makes the whole journey so much more pleasurable.
That's really nice. That's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So, is there one thing you could share that sellers may make as a mistake when they come to Walmart, or you see them on Walmart making that mistake when you bring them on as a client? What is that mistake, and then how do you help them?
For sure. So I got something like technical. I'll say like we definitely like I mentioned a few times about this idea of the investment. Let's think like a
Hmm.
really technical component to it is there are some really simple things when it comes to just understanding your categorization. If you are miscategorized, and particularly the categorization name for those in the know, it's called a product type. If you don't have the correct product type in your listing, you are really holding yourself back. It's such a key component to so many things. It determines which attributes your listing gets. It determines which keywords your product ranks for. It lets you know so many key parts of your listing are around that product type. And if you are just in the wrong one, because previously last year it was automated from Walmart, would just automatically determine what it was. Sometimes it would even tell you just default, which means your listing was wrecked. There was something wrong over there. But nowadays, even today, you do set up products to the product type on that level. There's still wrong product types. There's sometimes very similar ones. You're not necessarily sure what the best way to go about it. You have, let's say, a storage container could go in so many, it could go into school, it could go into baby, it could go into outdoors. Like identifying the best product type is a really great way to make sure that your product is going to have success. And you know what? Test to learn. Walmart still has so much time. Like they're still growing. Play around with things. Don't just, it's not just a one
Hmm.
and done deal. Like really,
Got
like
it.
you try, doesn't work,
Yes.
try something else. Keep going because
Yes.
the success
Yes.
exists.
Never give up.
For sure not. For
Love
sure
it.
not.
Love it, David. Woohoo! It was great having you on the show, my friend, and hopefully we'll keep in touch. I want to see where you go with all this.
Of course. This is really nice, Shade. Thank you so much, man.